Welcome back to Snippet Code, and we are back with another video. In this video, we will learn how to integrate NodeJS CRUD API in Flutter application. This is our application. Now you can see here we are having a list of the products here, and here we are showing the product image, product name, product price. Then we have two buttons. First one is for edit product, second one is for delete product. Then we have here add product here. If we click here add product, you can see here we are getting product name, product price, and then here we are getting the option to select the image. If there is no image, it will show the default image of no image. And also if I click here, it will show the edit detail for any of the product. Now if we want to change the image, if we click here, and from here we can select any image, it will replace the image here. And if we click the save here, it will replace the image here. So before starting the video, so if you are new to our channel, subscribe the channel by clicking the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Thank you. We are going to use two packages in our application. First one is Snippet Code utils, and this will be used for creating the form and the other helper utilities and all. And the second one is the image picker, and this one we are going to use for clicking the image from the camera and selecting the image from the gallery. So the documentation is very straightforward. We just need to put the dependency and also for the iOS we have to do the modification in the info.plist. For the Android we have to do some small changes to make it workable in the version of the Android 10+. So now let's move further to our application, Flutter application, to start integration of that CRUD API of NodeJS with our Flutter application. So here we will add the two packages which we have shown. So now we will just start with our UI design and all for the application. And first we have to go to our main.dot file, and here we will remove all the unnecessary code, and here we will create two pages. First one is our product underscore list dot file, and the second one is our product underscore add underscore edit dot file. So now we will modify our main.dot file, and here instead of putting a home, we will just put the routes here. First one will be our main page, and that will become with the / context constant product list. So by default it will open our product list page, and here we have to make it stateful product list. Same we will do here also, product add edit. Here we will import the file. In the second one we will add here add -product, we'll copy, we will paste here, and we will change it to edit. This one we will change it to product added page, and same we will do here also. So our main.dot file is ready. So now we will create our model file. We will create the folder here, models, and here we will add product underscore model.dot file, and here we will create the class product model, and here we have to create few variables. First one is string type of ID, second one is string type of product name, and we will make all these as a nullable, and here we will put that late for we are using here null safety feature and all. We will copy this and we will paste here, and this one we will make it as a product image. The last one we will make it as a product price, and here we will change it to int. Then here we will create the constructor. Here we will add this dot ID, this dot product name, this dot product price, this dot product image, and here we will create two functions. First one will be for getting the data from the API, and for that will be used for mapping and all, and the second one will be used for JSON to pass the data from our Flutter application to our NodeJS application. Here we have product model dot from JSON. Here we will add map string dynamic JSON. Here we have ID is equal to JSON ID. Second one will be our product name. We will copy this and we will paste here, and we have to make sure this name will be the same name which we are using in our NodeJS API. If you have not watched that video, you can watch the video. I will put the link in the description. In the previous video we have covered all our NodeJS API for the creation of the APIs for the CRUD application. Third one will be product price, and we will copy, we will paste here, then we will copy again, we will paste here, and this one we will use for our product image. We will copy this and we will paste here, and here we will create one more function, and that will be used for JSON map string dynamic JSON. Here we have variable for final underscore data is equal to string underscore dynamic, and this one we will change to our curly brackets underscore data underscore ID is equal to, and same we have to do here also, because the ID coming from the Node.js is coming with the variable name of underscore ID, and we will map it with ID. Then we will copy this, paste here, and we will paste 3 times more. Here we will put product name, we will copy this and we will paste here. Same we will do here for product price, we will copy this and we will paste here. Then we have product image, we will copy this and we will paste here, and from here we will return underscore data. So our model file is ready. So in the model file we are having 4 variables. First one is ID, then we have the product name, then we have the product image, then we have the product price here. Then here we have the constructor, then we have our from JSON, then we have our to JSON for returning the data from the Flutter application to our Node.js API. So now we will move further. We will create our product image card, and that will be used for our product listing page, and for that we will create one small widget. So now we will create the widget for our product card, and that will be used in our product listing page. Here we will create one file, product underscore item dot file, and here we will create the class here, stateless widget product item. Here we will create 2 variables. First one will be the final type of product model, and we will make it as a nullable model. Then we have final type of function on delete, and this will be used for the deletion of that product from our listing page and all. And from here we will pass this dot model, this dot on delete. Here we will change the container with our card, and here we will put the elevation 0. Elevation will be used for giving any shadow to our background shadow to our card, and here we are putting the 0 because we don't require. Then we are putting a margin, and we are using here edge inset symmetric horizontal 10. Then we have the vertical 5.0, and here we have the child, and we are using a container. The width we are using here 200. Then we are putting a decoration, and we are using a box decoration, and the color we are using a colors dot white color. Then we have the border radius, and we are using a border radius dot circular 50. Then we have the child here, and just for the testing we will put a text widget, and here we will put model dot product name, and here we have to put the explanator because we are using it as a null safety feature and all. And now we will open the emulator to see the design side by side. Before that we have to integrate this page in our product listing page for the testing and all. For that we have to go to our product listing page. Here we will create one variable for list type of product model, products list product model dot empty growable true. That means this list is going to grow. And here we will add the dummy data. Here we have to add override void int state super dot end state. Here we will add products dot add. Here we will add product model. Here we add the ID 1, product name Haldiram. Then we have the product image, and we will put any sample image here. Then we will put here price, and price we are putting here 500, and we will copy this one again, and we will paste here for the product 2, and here we will put namkeen. Product ID we will put here 2, and the price we will put here 100. And here we will create one widget here for showing the listing and all. We will create a widget product list, and here we will pass all the products here from this list, and from here we will return single child scroll view. And here we have the child here, and we will put here column widget. Then we have the main axis alignment, and we will put here main axis alignment dot space around. Then we have the cross axis alignment, and we will put here cross axis alignment dot center. Then we have the children's here, and we will put here column widget, because we are using a column widget because we have to show 2 things here. First one is a product button for adding the product and all, and we will make it as a main axis alignment dot start. Here we have the children's here. First one we will put here elevated button, and here we will add the style here elevated button dot style from. On primary we have colors dot white color. Then we have the primary color for the button, and we are putting here colors dot green color. Then we have the minimum size, and we are putting a constant size. Width we are putting here 88, and the height we are putting here 36. Then we have the padding here, and we are putting here constant edge inset dot symmetric horizontal 16. Then we have the shape here, and we are putting a constant rounded rectangular border, and we are putting here border radius dot all radius dot circular 10. Here we will put the on press event that we will cover later on, and here we have to put the child here for showing the text, and we are using here text widget add product. and we'll make it as a constant here because the text is not going to change here. We have to copy this and we will paste here, and here we will create scaffold visit and we'll put here app bar, and a title we are putting here constant text visit NodeJS CRUD app. Then we have the elevation 0. Here we have the background and we are using a colors dot gray color 200. Then we have the body here and we'll pass this visit here, and here we will pass the product data. So now let's run the application to see is it working or not. So here we have our application. That button is also coming here. Now we have to put that listing page and all, and here we will add list view dot builder, and here we will add string wrap true. Then we have the physics and we are using a constant clamping scroll visit. Then we have the scroll direction and we are using a axis dot vertical. Then we have the item count and we'll put here products dot length. Then we have the item builder here, and here we have the context index, and from here we will return product item, the visit which we have created, and here we will pass model products, and here we have the index here. Then we have the on delete function, and that we will cover later on. Here we have product model. So now you can see here we are getting the design here. That design is coming with the two data Haldiram and Namkeen. So now we will proceed further to complete our design here. For that we have to go to a product item file, and here we will create one visit here, visit product visit, and here we have to pass the context. From here we will return row visit. Here we have main axis alignment and we are using a main axis alignment dot start. Then we have the cross axis alignment and we are using a cross axis alignment dot start. Then we have the children's here and we are using the container here, and the container we are using for our image and all, and we will put here width 120. Then we have the alignment and we are using here alignment dot center. Then we have the margin here and we are using here edge inset dot all 100, and we'll put a constant. Then we have the child here and we are using here image dot network. From here we will check if model dot product image is equal to null or model dot product image is equal to empty. Then we will show here static image, else we will show here model dot product image, and here we will put the height here 70. Then we have the fit and we are using here box fit dot scale down. Now we will save it, and this one we have to return from here and we will save it. So now you can see here box is coming and image is also coming. So now we will modify again to complete our design. After this container we will put here padding, and the padding we are using here constant edge inset dot all 8.0. Then we have the child here and we are using a column visit, and here we have the main axis alignment and we are using a main axis alignment dot start. Then we have the cross axis alignment and we are using a cross axis alignment dot start. Then we have the children's here, and first one we are going to use here text visit for our product name. Here we have model dot product name. Then we are putting a style and we are using a text style. Color we are using a colors dot black color. Then we have the font weight and we are using a font weight dot bold, and this one also we will put a explanator and we will save it. So now we are getting that product, and but we are getting some design issue that we will cover later on. Here we will put the constant size box, and the height we are using a 10. This one we have to put outside the text visit. And then we have the product price and we will put here $sign model dot product price, and here we will put the currency also, and the style we are using here text style. Color we are using a colors dot black color, and we will make it as a constant here. And this space issue is because of the margin we have put the incorrect here. We have to put a 10. So now you can see here we are getting the design in a proper way now. And then here we will put one more size box. So now we'll get one container here for the two icons. First one is for the edit and the second one is for the delete icon. And here we will put container. Here we are putting the width here, and we are using a media query dot of context dot size dot width minus 180. Then we have the child here and we are using a row visit because we are going to show two icons in the same row. Here we have the main axis alignment and we are using a main axis alignment dot end because we have to show that in the end of the content area in the right hand side. Then we have the children's here, and here we are using the guest detector, and the child we are using a constant icons dot edit icon. And then we have the on type event that we will cover later on. and here you can see here icon is coming here, and we will copy again and we will paste here. And this one we are going to use for our delete. We will put here delete icon, and the color we are going to use here colors dot red color. So now you can see here we are getting two icons, and on the on type event we will just call here on delete, and we will pass here model, and here we will put the explanator for the null safety and all. So our listing page UI is ready. So now we will move further to design our add edit UI also. So now we will move further and we will design our add edit page, and for that we have to first link our add product with our navigator and all. For that we have to go to our product list page, and here we will add the code here navigator dot push name, and here we will put the route name, and the route name is /add product, and we will reload the application, and now we will click on the add product. You can see here we are getting to our product edit page, but the design is not yet ready, and now we will design our product edit page. Here we will use safe area, then we have the scaffold visit. From here we will add app bar, and we will add the title here constant text NodeJS CRUD app. Then here we have the elevation 0, then here the background, and we are using here colors dot gray color 200. Then we have the body here, and here we are going to use the progress HOD because we have to do the operation and all for that transaction, saving the data and all. For that we have to show the loader, and here we will put progress HOD. Then we have the child here, and the child we are using here form. Then we have the key here, and here we have to create the key static final global key form state global key is equal to global key form state, and we will pass this key here. Then we have the child here, and that we will create the visit here, that we will cover later on. Then here we have in sync call, and for that we have to create one more variable. Boolean type of is API call process is equal to false, and we will map this variable here. Then we have the opacity here, and we are using a 0.3. Then for the key we have to put here unique key. So now let's see the page is coming or not. Here you can see we are getting the app bar, then we have the content here. So now if I click on that add button, you can see here we are getting the text for tests. So now we will proceed further to design our add edit screen. Here we will add our one visit for our product form, and from here we will return single child scroll view. Then we have the child here, and we are using a column visit. Then we have the main axis alignment, and we are using here main axis alignment dot start. Then we have the cross axis alignment, and we are using a cross axis alignment dot start. Then we have the children's here, and we are using a padding we are using a constant edge inset dot only, and here we have bottom 10 top 10. Then we have the child here, and we are using a form helper that is coming from a snippet coder utils dot input field visit, and here we can put any icon. Then we have to put here icons dot any icon, that because we are not showing any prefix icon here. Then we have the product name as a key here. Then we have the hint text, and we are putting here product name. Then we have the on validate event. Then we have the on save event, and here we will put on validate value, and here we will put on save value, and here we check if on validate dot is empty. Then we will return here product name can't be empty. By default we will return here null, and here we will put the border color, and we are using a colors dot black color. Then we have the border focus color, and we will put here colors dot black color. Then we have the text color, and we are using a text colors dot black color. Then we have the hint color, and we are using here colors dot black with opacity 0.7. Then we have the border radius, and we are using it 10. Then we have to put here show prefix icon false, and we will save here. Now if I again click on the add product, nothing is coming here because we have to pass this product form from here. So now you can see here we are getting the text box product name. So now we will copy this again, and we will paste here, and this one we will change it to price, and here also product price, and here we are going to show the suffix icon. We will put here icons dot monetization on. Now you can see here icon is coming here. And next one is for our picker, and for that we have to create one visit here. Here we will create one visit static visit picker, and here we have to put some variable. Boolean type of is edit mode. Then we have the string type of file name. Then we have the function on file pick. Here we have to create one variable of future x file nullable underscore image file. Then here we have image picker underscore picker is equal to image picker, and from here we will return column visit, and here we have the children's here, and here we will check if file name is not empty. That means we are getting some file name, either it is in the edit mode, either it is the new file selected. Then here we will put one more condition and we will check if, and this one we will change it to is file selected, and here we will check if is file selected. That means new file has been selected from the picker. Then we will show here image.file, and we will pass here file name, and here we have the width, and here we have to use file object, and here we have to import, and here we have to import this one .io, and here we will put height 200, width 200, and else condition we will just show that size box, and the child we are using here image.network, and we will pick the image from our file URL, and we will pass here file name, and the width we are using it 200, and the height we are using it 200. Then we have the fit here, and this one we have to copy from here, and we will put inside our image network, and here we will put fit, and we are using a box fit dot scale down. In the else condition we will show the size box, and we will show the default image in case there is no image is passed here, and we will pass here the default image. Here we will change it to default image. So what we are doing here, we are just checking here if the file name is not empty. That means there is a file name either in the add file or in the edit file. Then here we are checking if the file is selected. That means we have selected the new file, it is not from the API. Then we will show here the image.file from the local. And in the else condition, if that file is not selected, that means file is coming from the URL. Then we will show here network image.network. And in the by default else condition, here if that file is empty, then here we will show the default image. So now here we will show that our two buttons. First one is for selecting the image from the gallery, and the second one is for the camera. And here we are going to use row visit. And here we have the main axis alignment, and we are using here main axis alignment dot center. Then we have the children's here. We have the size box here. We will put height 35. And then we have the width. We are putting here 35. And the children we are putting here icon button. And the padding we are using here constant edge inset dot all 0. And the icon we are using here constant icon, and we are using here icons dot image icon. And the size we are using here 35. And then here we have the on press event. We will save it, and now we will see in the UI also. This one we have to call from here. By default we will put here false, and then later on we will create one variable. And this one we will put empty here, or we can put null. In the file we will put here function callback function. This one we will put empty. So now let's see. Now you can see here we are getting the blank image, that default image, and also we are getting one icon for the gallery. So now we will add one more icon for our camera, and for that we will copy this one and we will paste here, and this one we will change it to camera. So now you can see here we are getting two buttons here, and here in the on press event we will put here underscore image file is equal to underscore picker dot pick image, and the source we are putting here image source dot gallery. Then we have our image file dot 10, and here we have the file, and here we will put async, because when we click on the button it will just load the camera or the gallery, and it will load the image and return to us. In the meantime we have to put here async, and we have to wait for that image to become. For that we have to put here async here, and here we will call on file picked, and here this is the callback, and the same we have to copy this one and we have to paste here, and this one we will change it to camera. Image source we have changed to camera. So this one is also ready. So now we will put here size box for the spacing, and the height we are putting here 20. Here we will put the constant. Then here we will create our button, and we are using a form helper dot submit button, and here we have save. Then we have the callback function, and that we will cover later on. So now let's see that button is coming or not. Here you can see button is coming, but the UI is not coming as per the design. So here we will make it as a center so that it will show in the center of the screen. And here we can also change to the color of that button, and we can put here BTN color, and we are using a hex color, and here we will put 283B71. This will be a blue color, and for the border we will put here border color colors dot white color, and for the border radius we are using a 10. So now UI is looking very nice. So now we will add some more variables here. So now we have to integrate our form with the model file so that we can have all the data of the form in our model file. Here we will add product model, and we will make it as a nullable product model. Here we will add one more variable is edit mode. So this variable will be used to be passed in the API function to know that we are coming from the edit mode or from the create mode. Boolean is image selected is equal to false. Then here we will add override void in state, and here we have super dot in state. Then we have product model is equal to product model. Then we have to assign this product model value here, and here we have initialize value, and we will put here product model dot product name, and the onSave value we will just assign the value of this product name is equal to onSave value. Same we have to copy this one, and we have to paste here also, and we will change it to price. This one also we will change it to price, and here we will convert the value to our int. We will do here int dot parse because the value is coming in the string, and but this product price is in the int format. And here also we will check if product price is equal to null, then we will pass empty, else we will show here product price dot toString. Same we have to do for our image also, and here in the pic picture we will assign that variable is image selected, and here we will assign with our product model dot pic product image. In the on file select we will just assign the value of product model dot image is equal to file dot path, and we will make this variable is image selected is true. That means new file has been selected here. Now let's reload the application to see is it working or not. So here if I click on the add product, we are getting some error here. So now let's see. So this one we have to change it to like this way. So here you can see the page is open here. So this page is opening with the add product. So now the same we have to do for the edit also. For that we have to go to our product listing page, and here we have to go to our product item file, and here we have our edit button, and from here we will call navigator dot of context dot push name, and the route name will be edit product, and here we have to pass the arguments also, and here we are passing the model, and here we have this model. So what it will do when this page is open edit mode, it will pass all the selected model of the product to this argument, and the same implementation we have to do here in the product add edit to fetch that model. And here we will check in our product add edit page if model route dot of context dot settings dot argument is not equal to null, then we will have one variable final map arguments is equal to model routes of context dot setting dot argument as map. Then here we will assign product model is equal to argument model, and we will assign the value of is edit mode true. Then here we will call set state so that it will load the data when the page is open. For testing we will reload the application. So now if I click on any of that edit button, we are getting some error here. So let's see what the issue is. So now we are getting some error here. So we have to put this function under future dot delete duration 0, and we will cut this code and we will call from here. So what it will do, it will call this function after the initializing is done, and then it will call after 0 second of delay. So now if I again click on that icon, you can see here we are getting all the text here coming here, Haldiram, and the price also. If I go back, if I again click on this second product, you can see here we are getting that detail here. Now we will do the validation part also. For that we have to create one function here, pool validate and save, and here we have final form is equal to global key dot current state, and here we will check if form dot validate, then we will save the form dot save, and from here we will return true, and by default we will return here false. And this function we have to call from this button event. If validate, then only we will proceed further to our API calling and all, API service, that we will cover later on. So now if I go to the add product, and from here if I click on the save, you can see here we are getting the error here, product name can't be empty, product price can't be empty. If I put the product name, if I click on the save, you can see here error has been gone. Same we can do in the here also. If I click on the save, we are not getting any error. If I remove any text here, now if I click on the save, you can see here we are getting the error here. And for the image, if I click on any of that image here, if I click on the file is not coming here. So let's see what the issue is. So this function we have to call from set state, so that it will update the value here, and we will cut and we will paste here. So now you can see here that image is coming here. Same we can do with the camera also. We will click here, and if we click on any image, now you can see here that image is coming from the camera. So our UI is ready. So now let's move further to have the integration with the API service and all. So now we will start doing the integration of the API service and all. For that we have to first create one file, that is config.dart file. Here we will create class config, and here we will get the variable constant string app name is equal to shopping app, static constant string API URL is equal to, and here we will put the IP address on which our API is running, 10.0.0.3:5000. Then we will copy again, and here we will put product URL, and here we will put /API/products. So now we will create our API service file for the integration of the API with the Node.js and the Flutter application, and here we have API underscore service .dart file, and here we have class API service static where client is equal to http.client, and here we have to import package http/http.dart as http. Here we will create one function static future, return type will be list, product model get products, and we will make it as a async here, and here we will import the file, and here we will get the request headers is equal to content type application JSON. Then here we have the URL uri.http, we will pass here config dot, and here we have to import the file API URL, then config dot product URL, and here we will create response is equal to await client dot get request URL. Then we have the header here, request headers. Here we will check if response dot status code is equal to 200, that means request is successful. And here we have where data is equal to JSON decode response dot body, and here we have the data which is coming in the map format of that data and the message, and then we have to extract the data from here. And also we have to go to our product model file, and here we have to create one small function list product model products from JSON dynamic str list product model dot from str dot map product model dot from JSON, and here we will pass x this value, and this function we have to call from here return product from JSON data, because the content we are getting here in the data variable. In the else condition we will call here return null. So what we did here, we have created one function for return type as a future list product model, and the name of the function get products. Then here we have that request header for the content type application JSON. Then we have our URL. We are putting a UI.http. We are passing here API URL and the product URL as a endpoint. Then we are created one variable for the response, and we are calling here client.getRequest. Here we have our URL. Then we have the headers, and here we are checking if the response.status code is 200. Then we are just getting our data, and we are just decoding the data with the response.body. And here we are returning products from JSON. We are passing here data with our map value of data. Now we have to create one more function for the add product. We will copy this and we will paste here, and the return type will be boolean, and the function name will be save product. Here we will pass product model. Then we have the variable for is edit mode. This one is not required, and because we are going to use our multipart here, because we have to upload our image also from here. And here we will create product URL is equal to config.product URL, and we will check here if is edit mode. That means we are going to do the edit API calling and all. We will put here product URL is equal to product URL plus slash, and we have to pass the product ID here because we are going to hit the product update API and all. Model dot ID dot toString. Here we'll pass product URL, and also we have to create one variable request method is equal to if is edit mode. Then we have to call the put request, else we have to call the post request. That means we are posting the data to the API. Then here we will get the request is equal to http.multipart request. Here we have the request method. Then we have our URL. Here we have to add request.fields. The first field will be product name is equal to model.product name. Then we have the request.fields product price is equal to model.product price to string. Then we have to check here if model.product image is not of null. That means we are getting the image for the uploading. Then here we will create http.multipart file. Multipart file is equal to await http.multipart file dot from path, and here we will pass field name that is product image. Make sure that the field name should be the same which is in our API. And here we will pass model.product image, and here we will add request.files.add, and here we will add this multipart. That means this request is having the multipart file also. Then from here we will call response is equal to await request dot send, and if that status code is 200, that means successful updated or created the product. Then we will call here return here true, else we will return here false. So what we are doing here, we have created one function for the save product, and here we are passing two parameters. First one is a product model, then we have that boolean type of is edit mode. Then here we have created one product URL, and that is coming from config.product URL. And here we are checking if is edit mode on. That means the product URL we have to pass on with our ID also, product ID with a slash. Then we have to create one more variable for where URL is equal to UI.http, and we are passing a config.api URL. Then we have the product URL. Then for the request method, we are just checking here if it is the edit mode. That means we have to call this put request, else we have to call this post request. Then here we are just getting the fields. First one is the product name, then we have the product price. Then here we are checking if the model.product name is not equal to null. Then we have created one more variable that is multipart file, and we are calling here http.multipart.fromPath, and we are passing the name here, product name. Then we have the product image here, and here we have request.files.add is multipart file. Here from here we are just calling here await request.send, and it will call the request, and we are getting the status code here. If it is 200, then we are calling it true, else we are calling it false. Now we will create one more last function here, and we will copy this one and we will paste here. This one will be for delete product. Here we will pass product ID. This one we will change it to bool, and the URL we will pass here the ID, product ID, and this get request, we will change it to delete request. If the status code is 200, then we will return it true, else we will return here false. So now let's move further for the last step of the video, that is the integration of the API service with our UI. We will go to our product list page. Here we will create one function that is for loading the product. We will create a widget load products. From here we will return future builder. Here we have the future and we are calling it API service dot get products. Then we have the builder here, build context. Then we have the async snapshot, list product model. From here we will check if model dot has data, that means data is loaded successfully from the API. Then from here we will return product list and we will pass this model dot data, and by default we will return here constant center child. We are putting a circular progress indicator, and this load product we will call from here, and we can comment the hard-coded code from here. This one we can comment it. So now let's reload the application to see is it working or not. So here you can see the data is coming from the API. You can see here we are getting 2 products, and that hard-coded products we have already commented, and now this data is coming from the API. Haldiram, plain bhujia namkeen, then we have the chakki atta, both are coming from the API. So now let's move further for that API integration for our add edit screen also. Here we have to call set state is API call process is equal to true. That means that saving process is started. Then from here we will call API service dot save product, and here we have to pass the model. Here we have product model. Then we have the variable for is edit mode. Then we will put here then, and this one we will rename it to response, which is coming from the API. And here we will check, and here we will set the value for the API async to false, and here we will check if response, that means true. Then we will move to our home screen, navigator dot push name remove and until, that means it will remove all that history of the pages open slash. We have to redirect to our home screen, and this is push name and remove until. In the else condition we will just show our alert dialogs form helper dot show simple dialog. Here the title will be our config dot app name. Message we will show here error occur. Button name will be okay, and on press we will just remove this pop-up, and we will put here navigator dot of context pop. So now let's reload the application to see is it working or not. We will click on the add product. Here we will add new product, new product. Price we are putting here 50. Then we have the image here. We will select any image. So now if I click on the save, so you can see here the new product has been added. So if I reload the application from here, you can see here data is already here. That means the data has been saved to the database, and that is coming from the API. So now if I try to update this product, and instead of putting a new product, I will put here new product updated, and the price I will change it to 200. So now if I click on the save, we are getting some error here. So now let's see what the issue is. So here we have to add one more variable for that is file selected. That means if that file selected will become, then only it will upload the file, else it will not. Is file selected, and this variable we will send here is image selected. So now we will reload the application. I will again try to update the product, and I will put here 100. So now I am not going to select any new image. The image path is coming from the API, and that's why we are getting the error there, and we have not added any condition for checking if that any new file is selected or not. For that reason we have added here this variable that is file selected. Whenever we select any file, then only it will come true. And here we will check if model.product image is not equal to null and is file selected, then only it will add the file to the uploading, else it will not. So now if I click on the save, so now you can see here we are not getting any error, and the image is getting replaced because that we have not put any condition over in our API that we can handle from there to update that existing file and all. So that means our add edit API is working fine. There is no issue over there. So now let's move further for the last step, and we will implement that our delete function also. So now we will go to our product list page, and here we have our delete function. Here we will modify our page with our loader also, and here in the body we will change it with our progress HOD, and that code we can copy from here and we will pass here. So we don't require any form here. We will remove that form, and this variable we will create here. So from here in the onDelete function, we will do set state, and we will put here API call process true. Then we will call here API service dot delete product, and we will pass that model.id. Then we have then response, and here once we get the response, we will change the status is API call process to false. That means we will remove the loader here. So now let's reload the application to see is it working or not. So now if I click on any delete, you can see here that product has been deleted from here. If I reload the application, you can see here we are getting only 2 products here. So that's all in this video. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share. I will come back soon with another awesome video. Thank you for watching the video.